Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the S&P 500 followed by the Nasdaq100 and the Dow Jones30 futures chart. Before I start today's video, anyone who would like to follow my own personal trades via my Signal service, then please make sure you scan this QR code. It will take you to my website where you can subscribe. But let's get started here with the S&P 500. We are seeing a very strong rally today. S&P up just under 1%, currently trading at 4,390. It's in my own humble opinion that I think that we are trying to attempt to hit 4,400. We didn't quite get there yesterday. I think yesterday the swing highest was 4,396. So I think that we're having an attempt here to go and hit 4,400, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did. If we were met with some selling going into the close here, or going into next week especially. I think that right now offers a 2-week period going into the Thanksgiving weekend, which is the 23rd and 24th of November, where we could potentially see some softness in the market, where we give back some of the very strong gains that we've seen over the past couple of weeks, perhaps go down to maybe 4,300 to 4,280. That's an area where I would be looking to add to my buy positions that I have here in the S&P 500. For this ultimate breakout that I do believe is going to come in the coming weeks ahead as we move into year end. So not really I'm not really giving away too much in terms of Fomo during today's trading session. I liquidated the majority of my positions yesterday, as my Signal team will know, and of course the market's up sharply today. But most of the big stocks are overbought. If we look at AMD, for example, we're overbought. We look at Microsoft, we're well overbought. Nvidia, we're almost overbought. So it just goes to show that a majority of these stocks are near overbought territories. Moving over to a Nasdaq100, unlike the S&P 500, we've broken out of this downtrend here. Currently find ourselves trading at 15,446. Again, I do expect us to pull back here. Some indicators that I use, such as the mark, are now signaling at the end of today's close that we will have a 9 sell setup, meaning that we could see a change in direction over the next couple of trading sessions. I think as we go into next week, that's when we are likely to see some weakness here for the indices. We've gone up too far in a very short period of time, and I would see this as an opportunity to kind of take profits and maybe go and add back to those those buy positions in the following weeks as we moving into the way of Thanksgiving. Then looking at the Dow Jones 30, we're testing this top area of resistance. I don't expect us to break out here. I think that we will more than likely go back down towards the 200-day EMA, which sits around 33,800. I think one market you've got to keep very close attention to is the yield market. If this thing starts to creep up, then I think that you could potentially see yields the stock market start to decline quite sharply. And it's quite clear to me that we've just had a 5-wave move here in the yield market. This is the move, and we have now finalized that 5-wave structure. So this is very, very interesting, and I think that ultimately this will see the 10-year go and trade back above 5% in the coming weeks. That's my own humble opinion. I think that we are likely to see an incline in the 10-year, which is going to spook the stock market, and then that's what's going to trigger this fantastic selling into the S&P 500, and then ultimately that will also result in a great buying opportunity here in the US index market. So I like the setup here for buying the dip going into the next couple of weeks. Don't forget, if you'd like to follow me on those buys when the buying opportunities occur, then make sure you scan this QR code on your screen. It'll take you to my website where you can join my Signal team. All of the trades that I enter over the upcoming weeks in the S&P, the Nasdaq, and also I do trade individual stocks, will be posted on my Signal team over on Telegram. So make sure you scan that QR code to join. Have a lovely weekend all.